last year alone, over 30 million Americans lost power during storm season. 30 million. That is families sitting in the dark. That is seniors in dangerous heat. That is food spoiling with no way to cook a meal. And here is what makes it worse. Most of those people had warning. The forecasts were on every news channel. And still, when they walked into Walmart the day before the storm hit, the shelves were already empty. The water was gone, the batteries were gone, the flashlights, the propane, all of it gone. Because the prepared families got there first. Right now, Walmart shelves in Florida, Texas, Georgia, and the Carolinas are already showing low stock on key emergency items. And we are not even at peak storm season yet. Smart families are not waiting. In this video, I am going to show you 12 Walmart items Americans are buying fast before hurricane season gets worse. All practical, all affordable. And I am saving the most important one for near the end. It costs almost nothing, and most families never think about it until it is too late. Stay with me. Let's make sure your family is ready. Item 1. Bottled water Harge case packs. Bottled water disappears faster than almost any other item before a hurricane. Emergency experts recommend storing at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for a minimum of 3 days. For a family of 4, that is 12 gallons just for the basics. During Hurricane Ian, multiple Walmart locations in southwest Florida sold out of bottled water more than 48 hours before landfall. Imagine being an elderly person on a fixed income, driving from store to store in the heat, coming home with nothing. No water for medication, no water for pets. Those cases of water become the most valuable thing in your home the moment your tap runs brown after a storm. At Walmart, large 40-count cases of bottled water run between $4 and $8 in the grocery section. Great Value, Ozarka, or Smart Water, they all do the same job. Smart Prepper tip: buy 3 or 4 cases this week while stock is still good. Store in a cool, dry place and rotate every 6 months. Item 2. D&A batteries in bulk packs. Batteries are the invisible backbone of emergency preparedness. Flashlights, lanterns, weather radios, battery-powered fans, smoke detectors, medical devices. Everything that keeps your family safe and informed during a blackout runs on batteries. During the Texas freeze in 2021, battery shelves across the state emptied within the first 24 hours. Families were stranded without working flashlights on day 1 because they could not find the right size. At Walmart, look for large bulk value packs of D and A batteries in the electronics section. Duracell or Energizer bulk packs run around $12 to $20. Great Value batteries work fine for lower drain devices. Smart Prepper tip: check your devices now, before a storm, so you know exactly what sizes to stock. The next item on this list could keep your family safer and more informed than almost anything else during a real hurricane. Item 3. Battery-powered or hand-crank weather radio. Most people think their smartphone is enough during a storm. It is not. When cell towers go down, and during major hurricanes they often do, your phone becomes useless for emergency alerts. A battery-powered or hand-crank weather radio receives no AA broadcasts directly. No cell signal needed, no internet required. Emergency workers who responded after Katrina consistently reported that families with weather radios made safer decisions throughout the storm. They knew when it was safe to go outside, they knew which roads were flooded. Families without that information were guessing, sometimes wrong. At Walmart, reliable models from Midland and Rayovac are available in the electronics or camping section for between $20 and $45. Prepper tip: get a model with a hand crank option and a built-in flashlight. 1 device, 3 emergency needs covered. The next item sounds simple, but when a storm cuts your power for several days, you will wish you had bought 3 of them. Item 4. LED flashlights multi-pack. Every home in America has at least 1 flashlight, but most have dead batteries or go missing in the first 10 minutes of a blackout. During a multi-day outage, you need reliable light in multiple rooms simultaneously. After Hurricane Ian, families in Fort Myers reported power outages lasting up to 2 weeks. A good LED flashlight runs 20 to 30 hours on one set of batteries. At Walmart, multi-packs of 2 or 3 LED flashlights bundle together for under $15 to $20 in the hardware section. Smart Prepper Tip. Store one flashlight in every main room of your house. Tape a note to each listing the battery size it uses. The next item is one most families never associate with emergency prep until their phone dies on day 2 of a blackout. Item 5. Portable power bank for phone charging. Your smartphone is your lifeline during a disaster. It connects you to family members. It stores emergency contact numbers. It gives you flashlight capability in a pinch. It lets you send a message to let someone know you are safe. During an evacuation, it helps you navigate unfamiliar roads. But none of that matters if your phone is dead. And during a multi-day blackout with no power to charge from a wall outlet, your phone battery drains fast, especially if you are using it constantly for updates and communication. A portable power bank is one of the smartest and most affordable emergency purchases you can make right now. A quality power bank can recharge your smartphone 2, 3, sometimes 4 times before the power bank itself needs recharging. You charge it up before the storm hits, and then you have days worth of phone battery available, even with zero power coming from your walls. Think about what that means for an elderly parent living alone. One full power bank could mean the difference between being able to call for help and going completely silent during the worst hours of a storm. During Hurricane Harvey in Texas, families reported that their biggest fear after the first 24 hours was losing phone contact with rescue coordinators. People were stranded on rooftops and in flooded homes, watching their phone batteries tick down, knowing that when it hit zero, no one would be able to find them. A power bank would not have solved all of those problems, but it would have bought precious hours. At Walmart, portable power banks are available in the electronics section. Look for brands like Anker, Belkin, or Walmart's own ON brand. A reliable 10,000 milliamp hour power bank, large enough to charge most smartphones 2 to 3 times, typically costs between $15 and $30. Well worth every penny. Item 6. Propane camping stove with extra fuel canisters. When the power goes out, your electric stove goes with it. No hot meals, no boiling water, no warm coffee. After the Texas freeze, families with propane camp stoves ate warm meals while their neighbors survived on crackers and peanut butter for days on end. A small propane camping stove is compact, easy to use, and requires zero electricity. Always use it outdoors or in a well-ventilated area, never in a closed home or garage. At Walmart, Coleman 1-burner or 2-burner propane stoves are in the camping section for between $20 and $35. Extra propane canisters run $3 to $6 each. Smart Prepper Tip: buy at least 4 to 6 extra canisters and do a test run before storm season so you know how to use it when you need it. Next, the item people walk right past at Walmart every week but desperately wish they had when power has been out for 5 days. We are halfway through this list, and the item I mentioned at the very beginning, the one most families discover only after their first real blackout, is still coming. Keep watching, it is worth it. Item 7. Large capacity cooler. When power goes out, your refrigerator keeps food safe for about 4 hours. Your freezer holds for roughly 48 hours. After that, everything spoils. A large cooler packed with ice becomes your emergency refrigerator the moment power fails. After Katrina, food spoilage was one of the leading causes of illness in the weeks following the storm. Families who had no way to keep food cold were forced to rely entirely on outside relief, which sometimes took days to arrive. At Walmart, Igloo, Coleman, and Ozark Trail coolers in the $50 to $60 5-quart range run between $30 and $60 in the sporting goods section. Smart Prepper Tip: keep a large bag of ice in your freezer right now. The moment a serious storm warning arrives, transfer it to your cooler immediately. Every hour of advanced preparation matters. The next item is critical for seniors and anyone in extreme summer heat with no air conditioning. Item 8. Battery-powered portable fan. Heat kills. That is not dramatic. That is a documented medical fact. The Centers for Disease Control reports that extreme heat is one of the leading causes of weather-related deaths in the United States every year. And when a summer storm knocks out your air conditioning for several days, indoor temperatures in your home can climb to dangerous levels very quickly. For seniors, this is especially serious. The body's ability to regulate temperature decreases with age. What feels uncomfortable to a younger person can become genuinely life-threatening for someone over 65. In the weeks after Hurricane Katrina, heat-related illness was responsible for dozens of deaths among elderly residents who lost power and had no way to cool down. These were people sitting in their homes, not outside in the sun, in rooms that had turned dangerously hot. A battery-powered portable fan does not replace air conditioning, but it provides meaningful airflow that can lower your perceived temperature by several degrees and reduce the risk of heat exhaustion significantly. Pair a battery-powered fan with the frozen water bottle cooling trick, and I will tell you exactly how that works in a few minutes, and you have a genuinely effective low-tech cooling system for a powerless home. At Walmart, battery-powered portable fans are available in the home goods section and sometimes near the seasonal displays. Brands like O2 Cool and Honeywell make reliable small fans that run on D batteries. Prices range from $10 to $25. Buy one for each bedroom in your home. Smart prepper tip: always keep fresh batteries already loaded in your fan. When a storm warning comes, you want to flip a switch, not search for batteries. The next item on this list is something that belongs in every emergency kit, but most families either do not have one or their existing one is years out of date and missing half its supplies. Item 9. Comprehensive First Aid Kit. During a major storm, getting to a hospital may not be possible. Roads flood. Emergency services get overwhelmed. Ambulance response times that are normally under 10 minutes can stretch to hours. A cut from broken glass, a burn from a candle, a bad fall in the dark, you may be the only medical help available. After Hurricane Ian, emergency workers reported that many storm-related injuries occurred at home after landfall. People stepping on debris barefoot. Cuts from broken windows. Minor injuries that became serious because they were not treated quickly. At Walmart, Johnson & Johnson or Curad first aid kits with 100 or more pieces run between $15 and $30 in the pharmacy section. Smart prepper tip: add a 3 to 7 day supply of any critical prescription medications to your kit right now. Next, the section experienced preppers have been waiting for, a cheap Walmart trick most people walk right past every week. Before we get to the final items, let me show you something experienced preppers quietly do before every storm season. Solar garden lights. Those small decorative lights people line along driveways and garden paths? Buy a pack of 6 to 8 for around $10 to $15 in the Walmart outdoor garden section and bring them inside during a blackout. Place them on windowsills during the day to charge in natural sunlight. At night, they provide a soft, steady glow in every room. One per bedroom, one in the hallway, one in the bathroom, bright enough to navigate safely, bright enough to keep children calm, bright enough for an elderly family member to find the bathroom at 2 in the morning without a dangerous fall. And they recharge themselves every single day, for free, as long as the sun is shining. You save your flashlight batteries for when you need a strong directed beam. Your solar garden lights handle all the ambient lighting. 2 packs, around $20 total, and your entire home stays gently lit through the whole blackout. This sounds almost too simple, but families who use it during long outages swear by it. Item 10. Heavy-duty tarps in multiple sizes. Most people do not think about tarps until they are standing in their living room watching rain pour through a hole in their roof, and by that point, it is too late to go buy one. Hurricane winds cause roof damage even to well-built homes. Flying debris, broken tree branches, shingles torn loose by sustained winds, partial roof failures that allow water to pour into your home during and after the storm. A heavy-duty tarp thrown over a damaged section of roof, secured with rope or sandbags at the edges, can prevent thousands of dollars of additional water damage while you wait for a contractor to arrive. After a major storm, contractors are booked weeks out. That tarp may be the only thing protecting your home's interior for days or even weeks. FEMA and the American Red Cross both recommend having at least one large heavy-duty tarp in your emergency supplies specifically for this purpose. But tarps are useful in other ways too. Ground cover for sleeping if you need to shelter in an unusual area, protection for outdoor furniture and equipment. coverage for a vehicle if a tree damages your garage, emergency rain collection if your water supply is disrupted. A single tarp handles multiple problems and it costs almost nothing. At Walmart, heavy-duty tarps are available in the hardware section and sometimes in the sporting goods area. Look for blue or silver poly tarps in the 12 by 16 foot or 16 by 20 foot size, large enough to cover a meaningful section of roofing. Prices range from $8 to $25 depending on size and thickness. Buy 2 different sizes, store them flat in your garage or shed right now. Smart prepper tip. Keep a roll of paracord or heavy rope stored alongside your tarps so you have everything you need to secure them quickly after a storm passes. The next item is one that most families completely overlook until day 2 of a blackout, when they suddenly realize they have no way to do the one thing they desperately need to do. Item 11. Solar charging panel with built-in battery bank. Here it is. The item experienced preppers quietly buy every single year before storm season, and most families discover it only after they desperately needed it. We already talked about portable power banks, those are essential, but a standard power bank has a limit. It charges your phone 2 or 3 times, then it is dead. If your outage lasts 5, 6, 7 days, which happened to tens of thousands of families after both Katrina and Ian, that power bank runs dry on day 2. A solar charging panel with a built-in battery bank is different. It sits in your window or outside on your porch during daylight and charges itself using nothing but sunlight every single day. As long as the sun rises, which it does even after storms pass, your panel replenishes its own battery. That means your phone stays charged, your family stays connected. Emergency alerts keep coming in. You can reach family members, you can track rescue operations, you can navigate road closures for as many days as the outage lasts. After Hurricane Ian, family members described the most terrifying part of the aftermath as losing contact with elderly relatives in the hardest hit areas. Not because something had happened to them, but simply because all the phones had died with no way to recharge them. A $30 to $60 solar panel from Walmart's electronics or outdoor section could have prevented every single one of those terrifying days of silence. Look for brands like Anker, Big Blue, or Goal Zero in the electronics or camping section. Smart prepper tip: unfold your solar panel and set it in a south-facing window right now, even on a partly cloudy day, and start building its charge today. One item left. And it is something that sounds simple, but that most families dangerously underestimate. Item 12. Shelf-stable food supply for 7 days. We close this list with something that sounds simple, but that most families genuinely underestimate. Most American households have enough food to last about 2 days without a grocery run, maybe 3 if you stretch it. After that, the pantry gets very sparse very fast, and after a major hurricane, getting to a grocery store may not be possible for days. Stores may be closed, roads may be impassable. Supply trucks may not be able to reach your area, and even when stores do reopen, the shelves are often stripped bare within hours. Emergency management experts consistently recommend maintaining a minimum 7-day supply of shelf-stable food for every member of your household. Not a fancy survival kit, not military rations, just practical, familiar food that your family will actually eat that requires no refrigeration and minimal preparation. Think canned soups, canned vegetables, canned beans, canned tuna and chicken. Think peanut butter and crackers. Think oatmeal packets, granola bars, dried fruit, and nuts. Think instant rice, dried pasta, and jarred pasta sauce. All of it stores easily, all of it lasts for months or years. All of it can be prepared on your propane camp stove. During COVID, families who had even a modest pantry supply were dramatically less stressed than those who had to compete for scarce groceries in panic buying conditions. During the Texas freeze, families with stocked pantries stayed comfortable while others lined up in freezing temperatures outside grocery stores that were running out of basic supplies. You do not need to buy everything at once, but you do need to start now. At Walmart, the canned goods aisle has everything you need. Great value canned soups run about 75 cents to $1 per can. Canned beans and vegetables are similarly affordable. A week's worth of shelf-stable food for a family of 2 can be assembled for well under $50 if you shop smart. Peanut butter, crackers, oatmeal, and canned goods will form the backbone of a solid emergency pantry without breaking your budget. Smart prepper tip: use the rotation method. When you buy new canned goods, move the older ones to the front and put the new ones behind them. Eat from the front, restock from the back. Your emergency pantry stays fresh without any waste. We just covered 12 practical, affordable Walmart items that smart families across America are buying right now before hurricane season reaches its peak. Bottled water, batteries, a weather radio, LED flashlights, a portable power bank, a propane camp stove with extra fuel, a large cooler, a battery-powered fan, a comprehensive first aid kit, heavy-duty tarps, a solar charging panel, and a 7-day shelf-stable food supply. None of these items are extreme, none require a survival background or a big budget. Every single one of them is on a Walmart shelf right now waiting for you to pick it up before someone else does. Preparedness is not paranoia. It is not fear. It is love. It is the practical, quiet act of deciding that your family matters enough to spend a few hours and a few dollars making sure they are protected before a storm makes that decision urgent and impossible. The families who struggled most after Katrina, after Ian, after the Texas freeze, they were not bad people. They simply believed it would not be that bad. They planned to get ready, just not yet. Do not be that family. This week, not next week, not when the storm is named, this week, take this list to Walmart and start checking items off. Start with water. Start with batteries. Start with whatever feels most urgent right now. If you know someone waiting until the last minute to prepare, a neighbor, a parent, a friend who keeps saying they will get around to it, send them this video right now. Share it. It could genuinely make a difference for their family when it matters most. In the next video, I am covering items that are already quietly disappearing from grocery store shelves across the South and Midwest before storm season even officially peaks. You will want to see that list before everyone else does. Stay safe, stay prepared, and I will see you in the next video.